You got a ghost in your house. I had to check and see if my hearing was correct. Did you just say make a Ouija board? I don't play them type of games. The only type of games I play is Monopoly and Uno. I went into the cabinet and grabbed some blessed oil that we had there, and then next thing you know, like, we hear screaming. What's YouTube? It's your girl Makyla, and I'm back with another YouTube video. So in today's video, y'all, I'm super excited to kick off this first day of Vlogmas by bringing y'all a story time. Before we get into that, let me explain how I'm going to be doing Vlogmas. So last year, as y'all know, I did 12 days of Vlogmas, and I want to do that same concept, except for this year, I want to do the odd days. So day 1, day 3, and day 5. I feel like that'll be way easier for me because I'm back in regular school, as many of you may know, and it'll be way easier for me to just film every couple of days instead of filming every day. Last year I was able to do that because I was in virtual school and I had way more time to plan out the content, way more time to film and edit. I think this is a great alternative for me to still be able to participate in Vlogmas. But before we do all of that, I want to welcome everybody back to my channel. If you are a new returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on this video. So let's get into. So the story I'm going to be telling y'all about is my first sleepover and why I should have stayed home. H-O-M-E. As y'all know, I don't do too many story times on my channel, but I always find this story hilarious to this day, and I thought I would share it with y'all. Let me just start off by saying this. Growing up, I really wasn't allowed to go to sleepovers. I never understood my mom's logic behind it, but I get it now. Some people don't understand when a parent lets their child stay over someone's house, that means they're trusting you 100% with their child, so that means you have to watch and protect them. And some people who don't have kids, or some people just don't get that all together, that it's a child, you have to watch them. I was surprised that my mom let me actually go to this sleepover. So this story takes place when I was in 5th grade, and this girl who I was really good friends with, she invited me and a bunch of our other close friends for her birthday party. She was doing a pool party / sleepover kind of thing. And of course, y'all, I was super excited because I had never been to a sleepover. I only had seen them in movies and TV shows, so I didn't know like what to expect. The sleepover was in May. I always remember this because me and the girl, our birthdays are like 21 days apart. So the day before the party, we had got her a really nice gift and a card. And so I'm getting together my stuff, like my toothbrush, toothpaste, just anything that I might need. Now, y'all, if you want to know how extra I am, I had a suitcase.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Like I was planning on moving in type thing. I only had a suitcase because my blankets and my pillow wouldn't fit in my normal bag. And I was not about to show up to somebody else's house being cold all night. Because we know how some of y'all like to keep y'all AC. Y'all keep y'all AC down extremely too low. Some of y'all electric bills be sky high. But we ain't come here to talk about that. So my mom drops me off. And mind you, we live like 10 minutes away from this girl. I had never been to her house. And we had been friends for a little minute. And this girl, when I tell you her house is nice, I mean, we talking, the house takes up the whole block on that side of the neighborhood, the way the house sits. I'm like, dang. And when we got there, they was still adding on to that house. So I'm like, well, you got some money. Your family got some money. So I get there. I give the girl her gift. Of course, I was the last person to get there. And we're having a good time. And she has a pool. At the time, I had just got my hair done. I didn't really want to get in the pool to mess up my hair. And because they were white girls, I had to mention this so the story would make sense. Because they were white girls, they didn't really understand why I didn't want to get in the pool. They were like, Makyla, get in the pool. Makyla, get in the pool. So after them like saying that a bunch of times, I finally got in the pool because that was aggravating me. So then after we got out the pool, her mom had cooked some hot dogs and hamburgers, and we were going to eat s'mores as desserts. When I tell you s'mores, that was my first time having a s'more. When I tell you that thing was bomb. So as the night goes on, we're doing normal things that you would do at a sleepover. We're taking pictures. Other girls are braiding each other's hair, doing makeup. We're watching movies. And then one of the girls had a bright idea. Let's make a Ouija board.
Wait a damn minute.
I had to check and see if my hearing was correct. Did you just say make a Ouija board? As in talk to the dead? Summon them?
Maybe I'm not even here. I'm a hallucination.
I mean, they dead for a reason. Why do we need to talk to them? That was my first red flag. And so a bunch of the girls was like, oh, that's a good idea. That'll be so much fun. Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out, well, what's y'all definition of fun? Since when talking to ghosts and demons and all of that is fun? And so they made a little paper Ouija board, you know, where it says yes or no, and then I think it has the letters. I don't really know, y'all, because I'm not into that kind of stuff. And they had like a little, like a I believe it was a pencil or something for the spirit or whatever to move it when it's speaking to you. I don't really know all the details because I wasn't involved in that. I don't play like that. You know, I let the dead stay on their side and I stay on mine. Anyway, they had went into the bathroom and closed the door and turned off all the lights. And they were sitting on the floor with the paper Ouija board. It was made out of some notebook paper. And then next thing you know, like, we hear screaming. I don't know if they were trying to scare each other into thinking that it had moved. Then the next thing I know, they recorded it. And everybody's hands was out the way. Everybody was sitting back. And they had showed me the video. So, I'm looking at this like, you got a ghost in your house. In my mind, I'm thinking of ways of how I'm going to get out of this house. And as the night went on, they were playing other little ghost games like Bloody Mary. And then there's a game where you summon some type of demon and it makes you feel really heavy. I don't really know what that's called because, like I said, I don't play them type of games. The only type of games I play is Monopoly and Uno. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I said, we had hamburgers earlier. I could call my mom and say that the hamburgers got me sick because some of y'all don't know how to cook y'all hamburgers, but that's another discussion for another day. And I was like, I got on the phone, I called my mom, I was like, oh, ooh, my stomach hurts so bad, Mom, can you come and get me? And I'm telling her this is like a excruciating pain. I'm telling her this is like a cramping pain, like I feel like I'm about to throw up. And she's like, oh, I'm on my way. Because you already know how parents are, especially moms. When your kid is calling out for them, you already know they're going to get in their car and they're going to skirt as fast as they can to you. And, of course, we live 10 minutes away, so it didn't take her that long to get there. And everyone was like, oh, no, Makyla, it's not real. When you start playing with stuff like that, you start inviting that evilness into your house. And I'm not about to have none of that on my spirit, and then I bring that into my household. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. So my mom gets there, and I tell everybody bye or whatever, and then I told the girl's mom that I was leaving. You know, I'm a award-winning actress at this point. Somebody needs to hand me my Oscar for being able to put on that type of performance to get up out of there. When I got home, it was really late. It was probably like 1 o'clock in the morning by the time we got home again. And the funny thing was that my mom said that she had been having trouble sleeping because she was worried about me. That's some spidey senses be tingling. You know how parents are when they know that something's wrong with their child. They just got that feeling. I don't know what to describe it or call it because I'm not a parent, but she had been worried about me all night. But when we got home, I went into the cabinet and grabbed some blessed oil that we had there.
Holy Spirit, activate.
I went over every doorway in our house and I put a cross and prayed over it because I know y'all may think that's a little crazy, but you can truly invite those type of things into your house when you start summoning those things. So I was not about to have none of that up in my house. So I put crosses and prayed over every doorway. And I went to sleep fine after that because once you pray and put it in God's hands, there's no need to worry or stress about it anymore. And this was like the weekend, so I wouldn't have seen this girl again until Monday. And Monday she came to school and she was telling us that over the weekend after we had left, there was all type of strange things going on in her house. Like, there was things being thrown around and she would hear like noises in her house. And in my mind, I didn't want to tell her I told you so. And she was like, oh, I'm really scared. I don't know what to do. You better pray. That's all I could tell you at this point. Like, that literally brings me to my point when I said earlier in the video why you can't let your kids go to everybody's and stay over everybody's house. Why couldn't we just do normal things like play rock, paper, scissors, shoot? What's wrong with playing Scrabble? Like, normal games. But that was all that I had to tell y'all about this story. I hope I didn't leave any details out. I don't think I did. I mean, it happened a long time ago, so I tried to remember as much as I could. This story will always stick to me and be a lesson. Nothing against that girl. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give this video a big old thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below and hit that subscribe button to join my YouTube family, the latest family around. You already know what's going on, and I will see y'all in my next video. Peace. Also, y'all, if you have a specific type of video you want me to film for Vlogmas this year, let me know down in the comment section. I pretty much have the whole thing planned out, but of course I can always change out ideas or add ideas. I am super excited to do Vlogmas this year. It might be a little different, but I'm still excited to be doing it. With all that being said, I will see y'all in Vlogmas Day 3. Bye, y'all.
I guess I really don't know what Christmas is all about.